Okay, and we're back for some more right now. This time out, it's a parabola. So every parabola is different. Okay, some parabolas are above the x-axis all the time. Some are below the x-axis. Some are turned up. Some are turned down. So you're going to see some differences in some of the graphs. But what we have to do right here, once again, is you're taking y coordinates of random points, getting the square root of those y values, and making a new point going up or down, usually down, because of course the square root of a number in most cases is smaller. So what we can do here is just start picking points. Like for example, I can pick any random point here. I can say I pick this point right here, which is a positive 5. Square root of 5 is approximately 2 point something or other, 2.2, 2.3. So we can move that down to where we approximate 2.3 to be, which would be somewhere around right here. Okay, that's just one point on our graph. In order to keep doing this, we're going to need a whole bunch of points. So if you want to, you could do the invariant points first. Like you know that when y is 0, which happens on these 2 points, the square root of 0 is 0. And when the square root of 1 is 1, that's these 2 points. Again, we're looking at the y values, not the x values. And then from there, okay, you can see that this graph will go like this. And if you want some more points here, we can, once again, this is a 5, bring that down to the square root of 5, which is approximately 2 point something, and you know the graph is going to look like that. There's nothing down here because the graph is negative y values when it's below the x-axis. So any part that's below the x-axis just gets wiped out completely, and then we have our new graph right here. Okay, so we have this graph just happens to come in 2 different portions, so some things are going to be different here when we do the domain. Okay, if your graph is in 2 separate sections, then you need 2 separate domains. So the first section on the very left goes from negative infinity to negative, sorry about that, guys. All right, here we are, from negative infinity to negative 2. Okay, and then there's another one on the very right that has a left bound of 2 and a right bound of infinity. And when you have more than one domain, what you do is you separate them with a U. The U is a mathematical symbol which means union, which means and. So the domain is this and this right here. Now the range you don't need 2 pieces for, because notice that the range, even though there's 2 pieces of the graph, they both have the same y values. So notice here, okay, once again, the range here is from 0, that's the lowest y value you can have, and it goes up to infinity, and that's your domain and range.